Alright, an introduction to water treatment. General purpose scope water treatment projects. 2. Water treatment process selection factors, preliminary treatment, aeration, coagulation, fluctuation, sediment basins, filtration, disinfection, fluoride adjustment, taste and odor control, softening, iron, magnesium control, corrosion, scale control. This course is adapted from a unified facility criteria, United States government, which is authorized, public domain, authorized, undistributed, is not copyrighted. Alright, general. Purpose scope. The introduction of water treatment system technology is designed with a manual exhaustive treaties intended for the engineer but is not regularly involved with the water treatment projects who are instead learning some of the basic involved criteria to be followed to determine the necessity for the extent of the treatment discussed here for the procedure for the applicable planning water treatment projects. Water treatment projects. The Health Department, State Water Source, and the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency personnel purpose should be consulted at the early stage of the project planning regarding supply sources, associated water treatment needs. In addition, with the usual treatment, it may be required to ensure the delivery of potable water consideration given the need of the special treatment to the project. Protect pipelines, water heaters, plumbing fixtures, other equipment against scale, corrosion, staining. Because of the wide varying conditions of many types of water, it is not possible to establish criteria. All cases of the special water treatment, the treatment of preventing scaling corrosion may not be entirely effective, and in many cases, the decision necessity of the special treatment cannot be breached prior to an actual operating experiences. In general, special treatment will provide only with the case of the study of the water analysis experience with the water definitely show that there were severe corrosion of the water systems. There were severe scaling of hot water heaters, storage tanks, and other parts of the plumbing system will occur. Marginal cases will defer treatments provided only after operating experience determine the treatment to be necessary. 2. Water treatment process selection factor. The design and treatment facility will determine the feasible state considering all engineering, economic, energy, environmental factors. All legitimate alternatives will be identified and evaluated by life cycle costs. Analysis, additional energy use of the mechanical process will be considered for the purpose of the energy consumption only, but the energy purchase of the procure will be included with the usage evaluation. All treatment process system will be compared with the basic treatment process system, which is the treatment process accomplishing required treatment of the lowest first cost for the pilot and laboratory analysis will be used with conjunction published design data of similar existing plants to ensure that the optimal treatment is responsible for the danger designers to ensure the selected water treatment plant process comply with the federal environmental agency, state, or local regulation wherever it is more stringent. Alright, 2.2. Preliminary treatment. Surface water that contain fish, debris can clog, damage, plumps, clog pipes, cause problems with the water treatment. Streams can contain high concentrations of superspended or suspended sediment. Preliminary treatment processes are employed to remove the debris and part of the sediment load. Alright, screens. Core screens or racks. Core screens or other term bar screens or racks must provide with the intercept large suspended floating material such as screens or racks are made 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch metal bars spaced, provided 1 to 3 inches openings. Fine screen surface water with the required screen with the train with the removal of the material is small with the intercept of the coarse rack with maybe basket type inline strainers manually or hydraulically cleaned by backwashing or traveling type of which are cleaned by water jets. Fine screens can be clean. Openings should be approximately 3 to 8 inch or 3/8 of an inch. Velocity of the water of the screen opening should be less than 2 feet per second with a maximum design flow through the screen and a minimum screen of submergence. Ice clogging. Northern area screens may be clogged with fragile anchor ice exposure of the rack or screen with the cold air vapors favors ice formation. Submerged parts should be avoided. Maximum practical extent, steam and electrical heating, diffusion, aeration, flow reversal has been used to overcome ice problems. Disposal of the screen with the project planning with the mess include with the provisions of disposal of the debris removed in the course of the fine screen. Flow measurement, water treatment process, chemical application or relay with the rate of flow of the raw water, the essential accurate flow rate measurement, equipment to provide with the differential producers of the entry type of the commonly used with the measurement flow with the pressure continuities. The alternative selection of the pressure continuities with a magnet flow meter with a minimum velocity of the meter will be 5 feet per second or more. Partial flume can also be used for metering and opening channel. Flow signal with a metering device should be selected. Transmit plant control center. Flow division well. Not a treatment process with the flow division. Flow splitting is an important for the treatment plant, but the feature for the must be considered for the early stage of the design to ensure the continuity of operation during the major maintenance. Plants are frequently designed with a parallel identical chemical mixing sediment facilities. No rigid rules can be given for the extent of the duplication required for the because of the multiplicities of the factors influencing the decision. Normally, the aerators are not provided with a duplicate. Pre-disseminating sedimentation basins may not require duplication if the maintenance can be scheduled during periods with relatively low raw water sediment load, or if the following plant units can tolerate temporary sediment overload to determine the pre-sedimentation at all times essential for the reliable plant operation. Flow division should be made ahead of the pre-sedimentation basin by means of the identical splitting of the weirs around range so the flow over the weir may be stopped when necessary. During normal operation, the weirs would accomplish precise equal division of raw water regardless of the flow rate to parallel subsequent units. Rapid mix, slow mix sedimentation. Water then will be combined with the distributed in the filters. Pre-sedimentation units are not provided. Then the flow is commonly split ahead of the rapid mix units. A single treatment train is to be provided initially with exemptions adding to the parallel units in the future, and within the flow splitting facility should be provided as part of the original design within provisions for mocking flow over the weir, which is the severe future units. Alright, sand traps are not normally required with the surface of the well, but the treatment of the plant with the plant application is the removal of the fine sand from the well water. The presence of the sand in well water